Hey, what's up guys, Steven here. Welcome back to another video, and today we're taking a closer look at this amazing technological masterpiece. This is the Huawei MatePad 11.5S in the PaperMatte edition, and it comes with a matte screen, and it's the perfect all-round tablet for all kinds of things, from content creation, working, studying, or even creating amazing art in combination with the Huawei M Pencil in the third generation. This tablet at this price point is absolutely surprising and will take your work to the next level. So let's have a closer look and let's check it out. So guys, there we go. Here's the Huawei MatePad 11.5S PaperMatte edition. And please excuse my voice because I'm still sick since 2 weeks. It doesn't really get better, but I'm so excited about this device, so let me bring you the full review here anyway. Now, a little background story. I'm actually a big fan of the Huawei MatePad Paper. This tablet is so unique, it's so special, and it was basically my first encounter with the Huawei M Pencil. So this is the M Pencil in the old generation, and what I really loved about this tablet was actually the screen. Now, not only that it is an e-ink screen, but it is not glossy. It doesn't reflect the light. Now, if you look at a conventional tablet, you see all my studio lights here. And it is pretty horrible if you're into drawing, into writing, if you see something reflective on the screen. Now, you can have matte screen protectors. Guys, it's not the same. So having a matte screen is a game changer when you're doing some productivity tasks for working, for studying or whatever. So the M Pencil was basically what got me, because the latency, it felt already so smooth. You could draw on it, and yeah, it was pretty amazing to write on it, to take notes. Well, I cannot really draw, but for some technical drawings, some sketches, yeah, this was for me an almost perfect device. But now Huawei released the MatePad 11.5S PaperMatte edition, and this is basically the Huawei MatePad Paper with a color display, with a better pencil, and with plenty of performance. So let's have a closer look and let's check it out. So guys, there we go. Here's the Huawei MatePad 11.5S PaperMatte edition. Now, as the name tells you already, it's an 11.5-inch display tablet, and it has a bezel around it, a little bit thicker than some other tablets maybe, but it gives it a really nice look together with the matte display, just like you're holding a book, a magazine or something. Now, it's very lightweight, it's very thin, super portable, and where this tablet really shines, it is the screen. Now, it's a 3x2 form factor, 2.8K resolution, so it is really sharp. The peak brightness is something around 500 nits, color gamut 100% DCI-P3, so especially for artists, very important, very color accurate display. Now, talking about the screen refresh rate, not only for gaming but also the overall smoothness of the tablet, we're looking here at 144 Hz. Now, to preserve battery life, there's an adaptive refresh rate between 30 and 144 Hz. Contrast ratio 1500 by 1. And the most amazing thing is that there are no reflections at all. I have plenty of studio lights here, a light just here, and let's compare this to a normal tablet. So if you look at this, you have reflections all over. So if you want to write something or draw something, it's very distractive to have a glossy screen. Now, if you're really into writing or even watching a movie, having those reflections, it's super annoying. That's why I love matte displays. Of course, some people put matte screen protectors on glossy displays, but sometimes the light, it is not the same. Sometimes those screen protectors are cheap, they block some light, etc. Sometimes it gets fuzzy with the touch. So having a paper matte display, trust me, it's really completely different than putting a matte screen protector on your tablet. Now, just like other Huawei products, it doesn't only feel great and is really premium build quality. It also has several certifications. Now, whenever Huawei has one killer feature in their devices, they usually go to some third party for a certification. Here it's the TÜV Rheinland, and they have a certification for the reflections-free screen, low blue light emission, so that's really good for your eyes, and also flicker-free certification. So this screen, I would say, is one of the best screens I've ever seen in a tablet. Also, this screen features something called nanoscale magnetron optical coating technology. Basically, it allows higher light transmission and reduced reflection with 60% less light reflectivity than traditional screens. And you really see that, so all the studio lights, you will just see a little bit of a glare here, but nothing that is disturbing while watching a movie or painting or drawing or writing or whatever. Now, the tablet here has some connectors. These are for the keyboard case, as I'll just show you in a second. We have here the space for the Huawei M Pencil that just attaches here like this, and it's really tight. So even if you try to kick it, you really need to kick it strong that it falls off. But if you're just touching it like this, you see it stays there. So this strong magnetic connection makes sure that you're not losing the pencil on the go. Now here we have the volume button, volume down, volume up. Here we have the power button. Now the speaker system on this tablet is a real highlight. Now we have a multi-driver array speaker system. Even though this tablet is so thin, it offers really, really great sound quality. There's an 8 megapixel front-facing camera here. If you turn it around, there's a 30 megapixel main camera with an LED flash. Now, camera on the tablet, well, it gets the job done to document something, but it's nothing comparable to, for instance, a Huawei P60 or Pura 70. But still, you have a camera in case you need it and a USB-C charging port. All right, so now let's put the tablet aside. Let me show you the accessories. Now, first of all, there is a keyboard case, and the case is actually really cool. Now, first of all, you have here the back cover that you attach like this. The back cover can be used without the keyboard as a simple stand, which you can fold in multiple positions. And for instance, to put the tablet like this on the screen, or if you want a little bit higher up. So, there is no lock-in position, so it's basically pretty flexible. Now here we have the actual keyboard, and this is pretty much a full-size keyboard without function keys, but you have here the FN button for it. It does not have backlight, but it has Nearlink technology. I will just explain in a second what Nearlink actually is. Now it attaches here magnetically to the back, and then you can put it in like this to write. Now, if you want a different angle, or if you want to detach it, as it is connected via the Nearlink technology, you can just take off the keyboard and use it wirelessly. So there's absolutely no problem at all. Just detach it, use it wherever you want to, and it works across my whole room. So also there is no latency at all, even at high distances, and this is what makes Nearlink really, really special. So guys, we just mentioned Nearlink, but let's talk a little bit about it. Now, what is Nearlink? Now, Nearlink is a new radio technology. It was basically co-developed with Huawei, and it offers much lower latency and also better accuracy than Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So the old Huawei Pencil was actually connected by Bluetooth. I mean, you can still use that pencil also on this tablet. It still works, but it is just not that accurate like the Huawei M Pencil in the third generation. The Huawei M Pencil in the third generation uses Nearlink technology. You can see it right over here if you have a closer look here at the back, and Nearlink technology allows 10,000 level of pressure sensitivity. So when you're using that pencil, it just feels like you are drawing or writing with a real pencil. It is absolutely mind-blowing. Due to Nearlink, we have lower latency and also higher precision than you have with Bluetooth or even Wi-Fi. Also, the tip has changed. As you can see, we have here a transparent pencil tip. And also, I think inside of the package, there's also a different tip. Yeah, so guys, as you can see, there's another pencil tip here included. That is a white pencil tip, and it comes actually pre-mounted with that transparent pencil tip, which you can see right over here. And to change it, you just unscrew it and screw in the new one. Now here's another explanation. So Nearlink refers to Nearlink short-haul wireless technology used to carry data interactions. And with Nearlink, if I'm right, you get down to a latency of 20 microseconds. This is absolutely nothing, and it's such a great technology. I'm not really sure why not more manufacturers use this kind of technologies for the pencils. Because from my experience writing, it feels really the best with the Huawei M Pencil. So guys, now enough of talking, let's jump right in and let's have a closer look here at the UI. Now first of all, as I've told you, the screen, it is super responsive. Now we have a 144 Hz display. You can also switch on the adaptive mode. If you go here to display and brightness, there's a native dark mode built in HarmonyOS. So if you want to have it dark mode all the day, then go for it. It is really good for the eyes together with the matte display. Now, also here you can set the screen refresh rate from dynamic. This is basically switching between 30 and 144 Hz, depending on when you need it. You can switch it to standard on 60 Hz or on high 144 Hz, but of course, higher refresh rate uses also more power. Now, if you swipe down here from the top, you get the control panel. If you swipe down from the left, you get the notifications, and on this big screen, there's plenty of space for all of that. Now, as I've mentioned before, the tablet is running HarmonyOS. It has 8 GB of RAM, 256 GB of ROM, and a 2.8K display. So let's have a closer look here. It features Wi-Fi, so it works very well with my Wi-Fi 6 setup here at home. It has Bluetooth, Bluetooth Low Energy. It has mobile network settings, but there is no SIM card support, so this is a Wi-Fi only tablet. Now, something that is absolutely amazing is Super Device. If you have more than one Huawei device, they can all work together. Now, what do I mean with that? Let me show you. So here, just tap at the P60 Pro. It is connecting right now. And after it is connected, I will have the screen of my phone here on the tablet. So you can utilize the big screen here to also use the screen of your phone, and you can drag and drop it around the screen. And what is really cool, you have a remote shutter for your camera. And as you can see, very, very low, actually almost no latency. Not only this, you can also drag and drop data. You can drag and drop, for instance, also pictures. So if I want, for instance, to have a picture here on the tablet, I just drag and drop it to the tablet, and then it will actually save it here in Huawei Share. And as you can see, here is my picture. You can also drag and drop it into applications like Huawei Notes, and it is just pretty amazing if you quickly want to share something from your phone, or even if you have an application on your phone that you don't have on your tablet and you just have a little window, I'm showing you something while you do something else. Pretty cool, so have a closer look at Super Device as well. Under more connections, you can see Nearlink. Now, this is the technology used for the M Pencil and also for the keyboard case, and it can also be deactivated. But as you can see here, you can see your paired Nearlink devices. Now, several other things. There's home screen and style. I want to talk quickly about this. You can display in here also online content. The cool thing is you can also deactivate this. If you don't want to have any online content fed in HarmonyOS, you can just turn it off. This is pretty amazing. Then here under themes, this is actually what makes HarmonyOS special. You can not only change the wallpaper like on other operating systems, you can change the whole look of your device. So if we actually go to themes and we go to more here, you can see hundreds of themes in there. Of course, some of them cost money, but there is a huge selection of also free themes. And let's check this out. Top paid, top new, top free. And also there are really cool anime themes. I liked this one here, and you just go to apply, and once you hit apply, it just takes a few seconds, and then your tablet looks like a complete different tablet. You see the whole icons change, animations kind of change, wallpaper changes. The whole look of your tablet, it is now different. And this is what makes HarmonyOS really special, because it is very customizable. All the animations, as you can see, they are super smooth, and I absolutely love it. Plenty of themes in there, so make sure to check that out as well. Alright, that's regarding the themes. Display and brightness we just checked out before, but there's also the ebook mode, which makes it basically more comfortable for your eyes. Here you can switch between color, a warmer color, or you can even set it to black and white if you just prefer reading, and then it really feels and looks like an ebook reader. This is so great about this tablet together with the matte display. It just reminds me of the MatePad Paper. Other than that, sounds and vibration, there's also notifications, this is all customizable. There's also biometrics, but there is no fingerprint reader. Regarding biometrics, it uses face recognition using the internal camera. Now regarding the battery, we have a big 8800 mAh battery, and I would say battery life really depends on what you're doing with it. There's also a performance mode. Of course, if you're gaming, battery life is short. If you're using it as a normal tablet for work, I get around 2 days of battery life out of it. You can also drain it in a whole day. It really depends on how much you are using it, but the battery is pretty thick. There's also a charger included for sure, and the maximum charging power from the charger is 22.5 watts. Alright, that's regarding battery life. Now storage, as I've told you, 256 gigabytes. And also there's the Huawei Assistant Celia built in, which got a lot better. So I just encourage you guys to also check it out. And of course, HMS system and updates. And I'm running it right now on a test software. So maybe this software also differentiates from the software on your tablet. Well guys, that all sounds great, but whenever it comes to Huawei devices, people are writing, but well, you don't have apps. But well, this is absolutely not true. And especially now it got much better, so let me show you. Now, if you want to get apps, first of all, you can check the Huawei app gallery. The app gallery grew so much in the last years, there's almost everything in there. If you cannot find an app in the app gallery, you can use Petal Search. Here you can search, for instance, directly for an application. So if you search, for instance, for an application, it will show you apps right over here and you can go straight to install. But there's even one way on how to use Google Apps on Huawei devices, and this is using MicroG. Now, before it was actually Gbox, but you don't need it anymore. If you search for MicroG, you get the MicroG service, which you have to install. After you install this, you also install the Aurora store directly from the app gallery. Now, with those two apps, you can actually use the Aurora store. So let me show you how that looks like. And you can log in here with a Google account or sometimes also without an account in a guest mode. And it is basically the same like the Google Play Store. It has all the applications in there that the Google Play Store has, but without any ads, without any annoying things. And the store is really great. I absolutely love it. I saw so many new apps without those spammy recommendations you get from the Play Store. In there, for instance, YouTube, all the Google apps, you just go tap them and install. And as you can see, I have YouTube, I have Gmail, I have Google Maps, I have Google Drive, I have even the normal Google app, and I can use all of that. So if I open up YouTube, you can actually see I'm logged in with my account. So I'm logged in on a Huawei device. You can see, for instance, Gmail right over here. I'm logged in with actually my private account. And as you can see, here I have all my emails. You don't need to go to the browser anymore. You just install MicroG, you get the Aurora store, you download all the Google apps, and you're ready to go. Some things are limited. For instance, on phones, Google Pay is not working because it requires some more Google services, but MicroG basically gives you the ability to use Google services in combination with the login. For instance, some games that require also more Google services, they maybe refuse to log you in via Google, but then you can log in with an alternative method. So it's never a problem. I never had any issue using MicroG services, and I could use basically everything. If I just go here to play games, you see Google Play services version unusable, but this is only for certain games. Genshin Impact, for instance, the Google login is working, so there are some exceptions, but in general I would say 99% you have the same functionality than using any other Android tablet having the full Google mobile services. Alright, but how do you utilize such a big screen? Now, first of all, if you're not using the pencil, you can use multi-window. So for instance, if you want to watch a YouTube video while doing something else, like being in Discord and reading something, for instance, that's not a problem at all. So as you can see, I can read here my Discord messages, but at the same time, I can open up here, for instance, a YouTube video and watch the YouTube video right here. So multi-window and split screen is actually a pretty neat thing. You can also switch seamlessly and very fast between the applications. Also, the performance is really great, even to switch back to games. As you can see, loads up really fast. So you have plenty of opportunity on how to utilize the screen. But basically what this tablet is made for is actually using it with the pencil. Therefore, Huawei has included the M Pen Zone. And basically in the stylus zone, they will guide you through some applications that you can use together with the Huawei M Pencil in the 3rd generation. Now, in the stylus zone, you will actually find all the applications, but there are 2 native applications that are really worth checking out. This is Huawei Notes for taking notes and handwriting. We'll talk about handwriting specifically just in a second. And the second one is Huawei Go Paint. Huawei Go Paint, I would say for painting, obviously. And let's check it out first. Now, you can here from the main menu save all your drawings. I just have some weird sketches because, you know, I'm not a creative person for drawing. I'm a technical person, so this is basically more what I do. Some technical sketches, and for drawing, I just handed it to my daughter. Now, my daughter is a really good test for it because I gave her once a glossy tablet. She didn't really associate it with drawing and paper. Just after I showed her, and she didn't really like that. She always asked, you know, to give her a normal paper. I then handed her this tablet and I showed her that she can also draw on it, and then she started drawing and she really feels like, yeah, this is for drawing, this is like paper. And it is really true. If you try to draw on it, there's absolutely no latency, and you see the pressure levels. If I just apply a little pressure, it's a thin line. If I apply a lot of pressure, it's a thick line. And of course you have hundreds of brushes in there. Now, I'm really not an artist. I cannot draw something nice for you guys, but I can just tell you my experience on how it feels and how also my daughter just felt when she used it. And she can also not really draw because she's just 2 years old. Anyhow, this application is absolutely great. It has plenty of features to import images, export images. I was just downloading this from the internet. Saves me so much money because I can just download those pictures where she can draw something. And yeah, it's absolutely great. Also, you can even record your own voice with the drawings, like doing tutorials, and it's a pretty neat and nice application for drawing. Now, another cool thing about Go Paint is that it has a lot of quick gestures. For instance, if you want to pick a color, you just tap and hold. If you make some mistake and you want to make it undone, you just tap with your 2 fingers on there, and there are plenty of gestures on how to improve your workflow. And also, as you can see, yeah, moving the canvas around, it is really smooth, so you can draw from every angle you want to. So overall, a really great application. However, I'm more into actually handwriting, and for this I usually used my Huawei MatePad Paper, but here I also tried it out here, typing with the keyboard, or actually here for taking notes. Let me just show you how it works. So this is how I usually write, and it just feels like I would really draw on paper. Now, when it comes to handwriting, something that is really important is a proper palm rejection. So what do I mean with that? Now, if you have a normal piece of paper, you usually put your palm on there and you start writing. Now, using that on a touch screen, you want to make sure that this is not interfering with what you're writing or some mistouches here. And this works absolutely great on this tablet. So I can just put my palm on there and start writing. Visited. I honestly, I don't really like writing so much. I'm not really used to it anymore. But if you're into taking notes, this is probably the best way to go. Something that is really cool, if you want to erase something, you can just double tap here on the pencil, and as you can see, it will switch to the eraser. If I do this again, it switches here to writing. If I do this again, here to the eraser, and then you can just go and erase everything. Now, I saw a lot of people that were really interested into handwriting and not drawing, and I do understand, because mostly if you're at the university, you take notes. And here you can take notes very well. You can do it in landscape, you can use it in portrait. So if I just flip it, as you can see like this, I can zoom out like this, and I can also start writing. You can also start, for instance, a new note like this here, in portrait mode. You can choose here between portrait and landscape. You can choose how your paper should look like. This more for probably technical drawings. And then you can already start drawing. And also what is really cool is that it can recognize shapes. For instance, if I want to draw a square, I just do it a little bit slower. It will recognize, okay, it is a square, and then I can go and adjust it. I can change the angles, and it also works for various other shapes. For instance, for a triangle like this. And for technical drawings, this, I think it is pretty cool. It saves a lot of time, and your drawings will actually look really perfect. So that's regarding taking notes, doing some little sketches maybe for university. If you're into that, this tablet is the way to go. The pencil is great, the palm rejection is great, the apps are great and have great software features, and having that quick tap function, it just is the cherry on the cake. And also the wireless charging here with the proper sit. This makes it a really good all-around package for not only drawing but also for handwriting and doing some little sketches. Now, at university or when you're studying, you maybe don't want to always take notes on the screen. Sometimes you maybe want to type because it's easier to read, etc. And you just want to do some sketches on the screen. Well, you can combine it. You can use the keyboard and the pencil. And talking quickly about the keyboard. Now, the keyboard has very shallow key travel. Feels pretty good, so you can type quite fast with it. So let me just type something for you. Hello guys, this is me, Stefan. So the keyboard feels good, but you have to get used to it because it's a very shrinked form factor compared to a desktop keyboard. But once you get used to it, you can actually type really fast. So basically full size, you have all the keys on there, and typing on the keyboard feels also pretty good. So the combination of the screen and the pencil together gives you all the tools you need for studying, working, or even being creative. But guys, what about the actual performance? Now, looking at the price point of this tablet, you don't really expect that it can run all of the highest 3D games. But as you can see, I usually test Genshin Impact because it's a quite demanding game and it runs it really, really well. Now, what is also pretty cool, the screen here, as it's not reflective, it doesn't disturb in gaming. So even if you're playing in areas with a lot of light sources or outside in sunlight, it's a very pleasant gaming experience. Performance is also really good, so it definitely has enough performance to play also all the available 3D games on Android. Doesn't matter if it's Call of Duty, PUBG or Genshin Impact. So even for gaming on the go after studying or being creative or whatever to shut off your brain, it is doing a very good job. Another really killer feature on the tablet is the speaker system. Now, usually tablets, they don't really have good speakers because they are thin, but the speaker system which Huawei put in there is mind-blowing. So if you're watching this,
can manipulate individual
listen.
sounds in 3D space to position sounds all around you. Sounds can move above you, far away, or right up close. Let's compare. This is stereo. And this is Dolby Atmos. Dolby Atmos can build worlds of sound to tell any...
So, of course, it's not a Dolby Atmos system, but you hear the stereo separation really well. Also, the center here, it's very well balanced, so the sound quality watching a movie is just amazing. So you're getting a good display with no reflections disturbing when you're watching a movie, plus great sound. So even for consuming media, this tablet for that price, absolutely great. So guys, we're now here at the end of this review. I really hope that you liked it and I could show you what this tablet can do. Now, I think for the price point Huawei is asking, this is a no-brainer if you want a matte display, if you use it for studying, drawing, etc. But also for consuming media, this screen is just great. It doesn't attract any fingerprints, even if you just wipe over it. This matte screen always looks clean. Now, Huawei even includes a microfiber cloth from Huawei to clean it, but you don't need it most of the time because the screen doesn't really attract a lot of fingerprints. Now, if you're reading a magazine, the screen, it's very pleasant to read. You can even switch it into the ebook reader mode, which you can also trigger from here, which is for me a really great thing, because just look at this right now. This looks like you're really reading on an ebook reader. And you get the M Pencil, you get the keyboard case. It's very versatile, and the price point, I think it is just right for this tablet. Absolutely great build quality, and also there is no problem with apps, just to mention it once again. So if you have any questions about the tablet, make sure to write them down below in the comments, and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Also check out the links down below to the Huawei website to see if there are also some deals in your country, and make sure to check everything out. Also make sure to check out the links down below to the Huawei website to more information, and also more information on the availability, colors, etc. in your country. And as always guys, big thanks for watching here until the end. I really appreciate it. So see you very soon in the next one. Have a nice day, and I'm signing out. Bye.